Hi and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a little bit of a day in the life vlog today because it's been a couple of months since I did one of those, and I thought I could update you on my knitting and just some things we've been doing over the holidays and around the house. We are right in the middle of the school break here in New Zealand, so the boys don't go back to school until the beginning of February. So they've had lots of time off. We've been doing a lot of things. So this week Mike has gone back to work and we're just going to be having a quieter week. I will still try and get the boys out each day like I normally do in the school holidays. So today we are going to the library. We're actually going to go there with my mum. So we're leaving in a few minutes for that. And then I have another couple of things I would like to do today. I would like to set up my budget because Mike gets paid again next week. The new pay cycle begins. I have some seedlings that I want to set up with Lachlan. His mum gave us a box of seedlings, so I want to do that with him. So right now the boys are cashing in some game time. I'm going to go stop them in about 5 minutes. We're going to brush teeth, all that stuff, put on shoes, and we're going to go to the library, and I'll show you what we're doing when we get back. Okay, so we're home now. It's about 1 o'clock. We've had lunch. Tobias is actually spending a little bit of time with my mum, so Lachlan and I are going to get the seedlings set up. But I just thought I'd share with you two books that I got from the library, Cooking on a Shoestring and The Thrifty Pantry. I'm looking forward to having a look through these. I'll let you know if I try any recipes, because like I said in my budgeting video, we are really trying to stay within our grocery budget and the costs are rising each week, so it's definitely hard. And I wanted to share an app that I found that will only be helpful if you're in New Zealand, but if you are, there's an app called Grocer, and I'll try and leave that link down below. Otherwise just search it in the Google app or your Android, like the Google Play Store. It's really cool, it's free, and what it does is it gives you the different prices for different grocery stores. So you can put in, I put in that I shop at Countdown in New World, and then I can type in Weet-Bix. It'll tell me the price at each store. So before, when I was doing my online orders, I had to flick between the websites all the time. Now I can just go to one website, and as I'm putting in each item, I just check on the app, and you can add as many supermarkets as you want, all the ones you shop at, and it'll tell you who has it cheaper. So I found it really helpful. So if you're in New Zealand, definitely try that out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to looking through these and maybe finding some new recipes and staying within my grocery budget. But yeah, right now I'm going to get the seedlings out. So this is what they look like. If you're in New Zealand, you'll recognize these. One of the grocery stores, since we're talking about them anyway, gave these away. When you spent a certain amount, they gave you some little seedlings that come with everything you need to start them off. I don't know what we will do with these once they get bigger. Maybe put them into something out on our decking. We'll have to wait and see, but we've got about 10 of them here, and Lockie loves looking after these. He had a couple in his classroom that his teacher brought in that the kids were looking after. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do now.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things.
Okay, the seedlings are all planted and Lockie's put them out in the sun. Here is a little Luna update. She's a very happy kitty, having a nap. And I thought I would show you something that we got for her that she really loves. Tobias has been playing on the stairs, but down the bottom there is a little bed that attaches to the window with a kind of suction cups. I will leave the link for it attached down below. We got that for her a little while ago and she really loves it, and you can move it to other windows, but She really loves it there. There's a little garden behind the house there, and she can see birds and bumblebees and things like that. So yeah, that's a new little thing we have for her. Okay, so let's do a little knitting update. And I thought I would mention this too because I know some eagle-eyed viewers will notice that this didn't used to be here. But this is actually just one of the toy storage units from the boys' room. I wanted somewhere to store my bags that I make, and I don't want to buy a new piece of furniture, so I just condensed the boys' toys that they have down in their room to one unit. I did actually change their room around. Mike and I did it while they were at Mike's parents. So if I get a chance in this video, I'll show you. But Tobias is down there at the moment, so I don't want to interrupt him. But yeah, so I just have this up here because I didn't want to buy another piece of furniture and it's got all my bags in it. And it's really handy to have the projector on as well, so it all works out. But yeah, let's do a little knitting update. So I'm pretty sure the last time I showed you what I was working on, I was about halfway through this Petite Knits Oslo hat, and I'm pretty happy with how it went for my first one. I think I did something wrong because it's meant to be triple fold, but mine kind of just looks best when it's folded double. I still need to stitch the brim, but this is going to be for Mike. It fits him really well, and I'm not that happy with the decreases, but he's so tall that no one sees the top of his head anyway. So he's going to be wearing this in winter. I just need to stitch up the brim on it. But I have started a second one that's going much better. I'm using the actual recommended wool from the pattern, so Sandnes Garn 4-ply, held double is what I'm trying to say. So it looks really weird, but this one is actually turning out much better. So it'll be folded out this way, and I have enough fabric this time for the triple brim. So yeah, it looks kind of weird at the moment, but I will show you this when it's finished. I'm working on the decreases now, so I don't think it's going to take me that long to finish it. And then if this one turns out, I'll keep it, and then yeah, if it does turn out, I will make another two, one for Lachlan and one for Tobias. But I really like this yarn. I really like the green, so if I make another one, I'll definitely make it out of this same yarn. And then in this little rabbit bag, I have this one, which I'm pretty sure I've talked about. I'm just going to remind myself what it's called because I haven't looked at it in a really long time. But I don't even have the front anymore. The elementary wrap. And I got it from, which place is it from? It was a free pattern from Pearl Soho, so I will leave it linked down below. Same with the Petite Knits one, but this is going to be a really kind of long wrap. I pictured having this, it's really tangled up. I pictured being able to have this in winter as like a scarf, but it's going to be more of a wrap because it's going to be quite wide. This is going to take me 10,000 years to finish, but that's okay. It's going to take even longer considering I'm not actually working on it. But that's right, it's just going to sit in this little bag. And then one that I have been working on is in this bag. I can't remember if I've showed this before. Maybe I have, but it's another Petite Knits one. I will show you the picture on my really raggedy piece of paper. But that's what it's going to look like. It's called the Sophie shawl. There's a smaller version and a larger version, and I'm doing the larger version. So this is how it looks. So it's going to get wider. You can probably hear Tobias's toys in the background, but I really like it. I like this tweed wool. The yarn is Rowan felted tweed iron weight, and I think I bought too many balls, but the lady at the shop was very kind and said that I could bring any back that I don't use, so I'll just leave them nicely wrapped up in the package. But this is coming together really quickly because it's on larger needles. So yeah, I'm excited to see what this turns out like. I thought the brown would be really nice for winter, and I can wear it with the green hat. It's hard to think about that when it's so hot here at the moment. I'm thinking of even taking off the layer that I wore under my dress this morning. But yeah, that's a little knitting update, and yeah, that's how that's going. As always, I will leave a link to the bags that I make down in the description box if you're in New Zealand. They only ship to New Zealand at the moment. But yeah, that's a little knitting update for you. Now, I haven't done my zone cleaning for the day. I want to do the boys' wardrobe. That's the next thing on my list, but Tobias is playing down there and I really don't want to distract him, so I'm not sure if I'll even get that done today. I might just have to do extra time tomorrow because I don't want to do it at night when they're asleep. So we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, that's a little knitting update. While I'm talking about the Fly Lady cleaning method that I'm not keeping up with today, I did want to share these with you. These are from Prints Come True on Etsy, and whenever I've had Fly Lady printables, they're always from her store and I've always bought them, and I really like to share her link because I think it's great to support independent sellers. And she just sent me these, so I need to thank her for sending them to me. I printed them out so I could show you, yeah, in case any of you need them, because I think some of them are quite cool. So there's this weekly plan that has the daily routine and your nighttime routine, and you can have a little habit tracker up the top there. There's a couple of different formats in that one, and then I really like this daily routine that you could check off. And then another new one she has is, sorry, Luna's been crawling all over these, so they're a bit bent, but the house cleaning hour, which is your weekly home blessing. So you can have everything you do, how long it takes you, and then check it off for each week of the month. So if you're having a hard time sticking with the Fly Lady method, or you want to try it and you think a printable like this might help you, because it really helped me in the beginning, I will leave her Etsy shop link down below. Something else we did for Luna too is we attached a little brush just from the dollar store with a 3M sticky strip to the side of our island, and she loves brushing herself on it, and it's good when it gets too worn out. We can just pull it off and replace it. I saw this on Pinterest, but yeah, she really loves it. Okay, so I'm gonna start dinner now, and I thought I would show you the planner that I'm using for this year. It's just from Daiso. If you live in, I think they're just in Auckland and Wellington here in New Zealand. It was about $7. I really like it. It's just really simple and plain. And yeah, I have it out because I thought I would share my meal plan with you. Here it is here. I'm just using the post-it notes to cover up some personal information that I have in my planner. So tonight is Monday. We're going to have fries and chicken popcorn, and we'll have it with a little side salad. Tomorrow I'm going to do a roast chicken with vegetables, and I'm going to make double the vegetables so that we can use those as leftovers. Wednesday night we're having tacos. My meal plan is shifted around a little bit, just because the boys were away last week, so I have some food I want to use up. Usually we'd have tacos on Tuesday and breakfast for dinner on Wednesday, but yeah, I want to use some things up, so I've just moved it around a little bit. So Wednesday is tacos, Thursday is quiche, so we're going to use the leftover chicken and vegetables to make a quiche. Friday, of course, is pizza. Saturday is going to be butter chicken, and Sunday will be soup and toast. These are the fries I'm using for dinner. I just get whatever's on special really, and usually this Pam's brand is always the cheapest, so I got some shoestring fries. The boys really love that. The chicken is just these chicken poppers, like chicken popcorn. I will cook Mike and I's in just a little bit of this chili oil. I think it's just got a really nice flavor. So yeah, it says this is for dumplings, but I put it on a lot of things. So I'll cook our chicken in a little bit of chili oil. I've got some spinach and some cherry tomatoes, and I've got some aioli left over that we're going to use as well. I have been trying really hard to reduce our food waste, just because, I mean, you're paid for the food, so you should eat it, and also you don't want that just going into landfill. So I'm being really careful with things like aioli and like the spinach that don't have a long shelf life, that I am making enough meals to use it all up so that it doesn't get wasted.
Mount Laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and hummingbird wing. Golden.
Okay, so it's the next day, about 9 AM, and I'm going to start the day by doing the zone cleaning I didn't get to yesterday, just to catch up so I don't get too far behind. And yeah, the thing on today's list is to do the boys' wardrobe. I don't do this every month, I just do it every second month. It really doesn't need to be done monthly. It just gets messy because the boys put their own clothes away, but it's that time to do it. It's on my checklist, so that's what I'm going to get done today. So here is the before. Not too bad, but yeah, definitely needs a good tidy. And this is the after. So I just refolded the clothes, make sure the right clothes are in the right bins, tidied up their swimwear and their towels they use for swimming, tidied up the games a little bit. I'm just keeping the Harry Potter books at the top there because Mike's finished reading them to the boys, but they don't really have a good solution for books yet. But yeah, that's how the cupboard looks now. Okay, since neither of the boys are in here at the moment, I thought I would show you how we changed their room around. So you can go back and look at old videos, but their bunks used to be along this back wall here. So we moved them across the window and the boys really like it. They can look out the window when they're lying in bed. And because we have the blinds that come up from the bottom, we can also put them up if Tobias didn't want to be able to see out the window while he was playing. So in the corner here, we just have their books, Tobias's little pirate guys, and then their bunk. And Lachlan still has his shelf up on his bunk with his books. He's really into reading at the moment. I think he's halfway through his collection of Goosebump books, so they have their little reading lights. And then Tobias's one, I'll try and give you a bit of an overview. So yeah, that's how it's looking now. Lockie was so excited to come home from their little break with Mike's parents and see that their room had been changed around. They both really love it. So yeah, that's how the boys' room is looking at the moment. We love changing things around in our house. Well, maybe not Mike, but the boys and I do. Especially living in a small space, I feel like it really refreshes things to change things around and kind of give things new homes and have new spaces, especially with toys. If we move the boys' toys around, they're guaranteed to start playing with them if they're just in a different area. But yeah, now we're gonna go out and put our shoes on and get some fresh air. So I'm gonna end this vlog here, but I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.